Ready.
Welcome to the Cave. I'm Daniel Phillips alongside Matt Rendell. Now we're in a different setting than we were a few days ago. Friday, we were in the press box at Steel Stadium. Now we're in the historic Cave, oldest active gym in the state of Indiana. The great state of Indiana is very prowess in the sport of basketball. And it's starting to grow in football, as you can see. But basketball still remains dominant. We've got a new and improved, in some ways, Mishawaka girls team here. There's a lot of new faces. 4 seniors only this year. Usually there's a low number of seniors, but the 4 this year have been playing for a very long time, and they're a much closer group. Really excited to see the changes that Coach Overholser made this season. What are you expecting from the Cavemen this year?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it pregame. We were getting set up. This is our first game. We haven't been here since volleyball season, which has been a while now, and we haven't done basketball. It's going to come back to us, and but what we saw was a JV team that's much, much improved. You see a lot of young talent, freshmen, sophomores that have really put it together, and they got a win. I don't know that the JV team got a lot of wins last year. And not only they got a win, they looked more comfortable on the court. Their ball handling is better. Their passing is better. They had a close game there that they finished out strong. Now, you and I were telling them, hey, pull the ball out. But they pulled it out 136-34. So I think you just look a lot more talented, and it's a totally new South Bend Riley team. South Bend Riley had a pretty good year last year. Played well. They got stuck in a sectional with one of the best teams in the state last year with South Bend Washington. But that team blew the Cavemen out first game of the season last year. Cavemen played them a little bit tougher in the sectional, but this is a totally different team, which we'll see here tonight.
Yeah, 100%. Really looking forward to it. And I think a thrilling win like that on the JV side is something that was absent from the Cavemen basketball team last season. Maybe that gets the varsity a little energized, gets the juices flowing a little bit. We had conversations with both coaches, specifically a more in-depth one with Coach Overholser. We'll share some of that with you here after the break. First, we're going to hear from our IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig in a weekly Commissioner's Corner episode. We'll be back here on the Mishawaka Network.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome into the Commissioner's Corner, our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. I'm Brendan King. Commissioner, we were just talking off air about how much is going on across IHSAA athletics action, especially in the next week or so. We're going to have the boys and girls soccer state finals coming up this weekend from Carroll Stadium at IU Indy, girls volleyball semi-state, boys football, sectional semifinals, and then add one more layer into the coin. Girls basketball is about to get rolling next week. One of the busiest times of year, no?
Oh my goodness, yeah, it's busy, but in really in a good way. Yeah, this is the culmination of summer of hard work, which leads into the fall, and things have gone well. But here we are. We've started celebrating state championships a couple weeks ago with golf and tennis and unified flag football, and we're going to hand out some more hardware coming up the next couple weeks. It comes fast.
Absolutely, boys and girls soccer state finals Halloween night. It'll be boys Class A and 2A, and then Saturday, November 1st, everybody else takes stage. From Carroll Stadium, Commissioner, what do you love most about the state finals being there at IU Indy?
First of all, if you go back to that origin of that stadium, and it was built for the Pan American Games years ago, it's just hosted so many iconic events from track and field to certainly IU Indy's events, and we've been there for our state championships for the last several years. And again, it's right downtown in our beautiful city, and it gives an opportunity for fans to come to town to enjoy the city, but really watch soccer in what I would call an incredible high school facility, like all the places that we play. They're just incredible facilities that showcase our sports well.
It's the Commissioner's Corner. I'm Brendan King with Paul Neidig. Sectional semifinal Friday for IHSAA football being on Halloween night. You know, I'm from Illinois, but even in the Illinois playoff setting, it was always special whenever you could get playoff or tournament football on Halloween, because in these communities, no matter where, the kids are going to go trick-or-treating, and then a high likelihood that all those minivans and cars going around from trick-or-treating are going to wind up at a local high school football game. How special is that?
Oh, It is. It's really cool. And, I know some schools are actually gonna have trunk or treat, like some schools do, as they come to their games on Friday night, and make sure that the Halloween experience is still there for the youth of those communities. And so it's really kind of exciting. It doesn't happen very often, but it'll certainly be an evening to remember, as they say.
Looking forward to it. Paul Neidig, our guest, the commissioner of the IHSAA on the Commissioner's Corner. Paul, what can you say about the upcoming basketball season? Because, again, girls' games start literally next week.
Yeah, they've been, again, I think it's going to be an exciting year. And it's always, every team is undefeated, and they've worked hard throughout the summer. They've played a lot of games. They've continued with their opportunity to grow in their game throughout this fall. And now they're going to see where they're at. And, that hope of getting to Gainbridge Fieldhouse, home of the Pacers and the Fever, is certainly something that's at the top of every conversation that these teams have as they kick these seasons off. And they've set those goals, and they're going to see if those goals can become their reality come the first of the year.
Paul, we talked a little bit about this last week in that girls volleyball state finals. It's going to be at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, but first semi-state coming up this weekend. Gainbridge Fieldhouse set to host the girls volleyball state finals on November 8th. Can you talk about that process and getting that over to Gainbridge, joining multiple other sports as you have talked about?
First of all, it's such an iconic facility. It's the greatest field house in the country, and certainly it's built for basketball. But as we saw with the IU Purdue women's match there a couple weeks ago, it certainly transitioned to a volleyball facility really well. And through conversations, we decided that it was the right thing to do to move it there, even though we left Worthing Arena, which was an incredible host for many years. We're going to see what it looks like downtown Indianapolis, and they're excited to host it. We're excited to be there, and we hope that everybody comes out and watches a high-level volleyball with some players that are nationally ranked to celebrate state championships.
Paul Neidig, he's the commissioner of the IHSAA. This is the Commissioner's Corner. I'm Brendan King. Paul, thanks for the time. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, Brendan.
Thanks for listening to the Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig, and thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Welcome back to the Cave. I'm Matt Rendell here. Daniel Phillips is going to take over. He's going to be doing your play-by-play tonight. We're going to get you some starters, talk about some things here in our girls basketball game. I'm biased. I love basketball. Basketball is, I played basketball here a couple years. I love it. I think it's one of the great sports in the world. But we are excited to finally get some basketball on the court here. Daniel, you got some starters. Let's try it.
Backcourt, we'll start off with Mishawaka. Beginning with Reese Brew. Reese Brew's a senior leader. She's somebody who's able to play well defensively on the perimeter, and she can put some shots up too. Then you got Millie Mamilani, a 3-year starter, a junior, who had a breakout freshman year, sophomore year, maybe not as extreme and surprising in your face as her freshman year, but in her junior year, she's looking to make some improvements. She says she's very excited to play with her teammates and continue to improve. Starting with the forward position, we've got a small forward, Gracie Betzer, the sophomore. She swung JV and varsity last season. This year, she's full-time varsity. She says she's also looking forward to building that bond and chemistry with teammates and trying to be better than they were last year. Then we've got Jamie Goulias at the forward position. She's ready to go as well. She also swung JV and varsity, and now she's going to be a full-time varsity player here. And she's really excited, she said, to really get on that court and start to make a difference. And then rounding it out, we've got number 24, Holly Shine, somebody who not only plays very well on the basketball court, but she's also very good on the softball field. Yep. She's excited to play basketball as well. She's also a 3-year varsity starter, and she says she's really excited to see Coach O hopefully do another dance that he did after their win versus Washington in their scrimmage a few days ago.
There we go. I think I talked to Corey Betzer, who's a coach on the football team, Grace Betzer's dad, and he said Grace is just excited. She's excited for the season, but she's also excited in practice. The practice is more competitive now. They got some better players to play against. So you're kind of just like seeing the vibes just kind of be better overall. I've got here on my phone Coach Columbus. He's over at Riley. He actually works here at Mishawaka. He's a sub here at Mishawaka. I saw him the other day. But let's get the starters. His starter is going to be Anissa Kenny. She's going to be starting for Riley. LaFay Gibson will also be starting. DJ Samaya will be starting, and then Tori Gibson. Last starter, we know her very well, Tanasia Summers starting. She played here at Mishawaka. She transferred over to Riley this offseason, so she'll be starting against her former team. One of those juicy headlines you see in the NBA or even now in college with the transfers where you're playing against some of these players or you've played with. So she'll be starting on the opposite side of the ball, so we'll have to get used to saying Tenacia Summers for the opposing team.
That's right. It's going to be a fun one. I'm really looking forward to this one. These are two teams that matched up twice last season. The first matchup was in the regular season. The final of that one was 58-19 in favor of the Wildcats. The other one, I don't have the score in my mind locked in.
We've got it here.
We got it somewhere.
52-38.
That was in sectional, so
much better performance.
That's
for the
right. And so the Cayman team that had only won 2 games, they won 2-21 in the regular season. They wanted to improve, and they did.
And Riley won 16 games.
Right.
Like, okay, Riley, you might say, oh, well, maybe their girls' basketball team's very good. They were 16-10, right? And they could have made a stronger run in the playoffs if they didn't have to face one of the top teams in the state and South Bend, Washington. So they lost 8 seniors, though. Coach Columbus said, hey, we got a lot to improve on. Our team is totally new, totally different. Couple transfers starting, a lot of new people getting playing time. So we'll see how they perform in the first game. And this feels so early. We're in the first week of November, and we're already ready for basketball.
That's right. It is coming at you fast. We still got football going on Friday. You and I will be broadcasting that matchup between South Bend St. Joe and Mishawaka. We're really looking forward to that one. That is a sectional championship game, and Mishawaka is trying to continue their streak of winning sectional championships. With that, we're going to go ahead and head to a break. We'll come back and give you some more information. Then we'll have tip-off to follow. We'll see you here in a few minutes back on the Mishawaka Network.
Forte Waterproofing is celebrating over 60 years of satisfied customers. Experience, innovation, hard work, confidence, pride, honesty, integrity, determined, committed to achieve excellence. Fix it with Forte. Fix it for good.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Come and visit the Mishawaka Historical Museum and make sure to check out all of their different exhibits, such as their industries and businesses, church and faith, historic landmarks, military heritage, school, and their famous Mishawakans exhibit, including some of our very own caveman alumni, as well as a working model train set and a brand new exhibit, Treasures from our collection. Located at 121 South Main Street, doors are open every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. each day. $5 for entry for adults, $3 for students, and kids under 5 enter for free.
Welcome back to the Cave. We've got about 4.5 minutes until tip-off. I'm getting really excited. We've got a nice graphic going on. I mean, look at that. We've got a clock.
We got it.
We're working.
It's there.
We're working. We're doing a good job. The crew's ready to go.
Yeah, we got it. Hold on. We got a great crew tonight and a lot of new people. So we got people running TriCaster that haven't done it a lot. They're switching. They're getting us those graphics. We've got people running cameras that haven't. We've got people doing a lot of different things. And then we have some people, George just killing it up here. Cam on the floor getting us some pictures and clips. So lots of really great things. But Daniel, what do we got coming up the rest of this week?
Friday, we're going to have a little bit of the same crew. Some kids won't be here. Some kids will. We've got the St. Joe Huskies coming to town here at Still Stadium to face off against the Mishawaka Cavemen for a sectional championship. This would be the Cavemen's 4th straight sectional championship. They've won 6 of their last 7 sectional championships. I believe in 2021, I believe there was a Concord Miniman that secured that sectional championship then, and then the Cavemen went on and won 3 straight. They're going for their 4th. Coach Keith Kinder is very excited, but he feels a little bit more nervous going into this week.
Right.
We're going to talk to him tomorrow following that tight victory over the Plymouth Rockies.
And it wasn't just tight. We talked about it with some of the players today. You and I have talked about it. It was tight, and it was the first time. I haven't been at all the games you have. It was the first time they really feel like they were getting outplayed for large parts of that game. Plymouth just had a good game plan. They really came in and did well, down 17-7 at halftime. And it wasn't like maybe that first Northwood game where you were losing, but you felt like some things just didn't go your way.
Right, and I mean, in a 21-17 victory, you also have to keep in mind they're playing a team that they beat 28-0 a few weeks prior, and keep in mind also that it's a team that won 3 games.
Yep.
So in that, you see, okay, well, our D-line did not play very well.
Right.
Our secondary didn't play great either, and our offense couldn't get much going that we usually can, specifically in those quarterback-designed runs. So you're facing off against a team in St. Joe that's only has 1 loss in the season, just as much as you.
And
the same team.
Shut out 5 teams this year, right? This is a team, yes, maybe they haven't played the same schedule or whatever, but their defense has been up to the task week in and week out. They had that 1 loss to Penn. Everybody's lost to Penn.
Right. Right. Penn is undefeated. So it's going to be a big game. It's going to say a lot about both these football teams. Who's, I don't like to use this term, but who's, like, I guess, a fraud or whatever.
Right. See where they're at.
Does the strength of schedule really play a part in how talented your football team is? So we'll see. It's going to be a fun one. We will be on the call. We're looking forward to that.
And just to update, if the Cavemen do win the sectional title, they will play the next week, but that will be on the road no matter what.
Right, and it'll be the winner of Hobart and Lowell. They'll be playing for their own sectional championship rights. So that'll be an interesting one. They know both that no matter what, if they win that game, they will be playing their home turf. And that'll say a lot for the Cavemen. They played very well at home, excluding last week. But away has been somewhat of a different story. They still played well, and they've won every game away except for one, and that was Penn. But there's still a lot to be said about how well they'll play.
Well, and you gotta win the games. Winning any game is hard. Winning football games is extremely hard. Cavemen are hurt. They've got a lot to work on after last week, and we'll see what they can do on Friday, as we've got about 1 minute till game time here in our first girls basketball game of the season.
That's right. So make sure to tune in again on Friday night, 7 p.m. It'll be on IHSA TV, as it is a sectional championship football game.
Yeah, no YouTube.
No YouTube.
No Facebook.
So make sure to tune in there. We're very excited. Now we got less than 60 seconds here before tip-off. I'm really starting to feel the excitement as we get closer.
It's a pretty good crowd. I mean, you look, there's fans kind of all over, and Riley's brought a big crowd, Mishawaka. Volleyball, the crowds weren't as big as we have seen in the past. And now here you're seeing a big crowd as we're getting ready here. You're going to hear Jason DeWilkins doing the starting lineups, which is always exciting. It's exciting to see a new team after a year where you really struggled. You won 2 games, barely those 2. We talked to Coach Overholzer. The goal is this year we're going to be better, and that starts tonight.
That's right. So with that, we'll go ahead and kick it off to Mr. Jason DeWilkins here for starting lineups, national anthem, and more, and then we'll be back for tip-off.
Good evening, basketball fans. Welcome to the Cave for tonight's girls varsity basketball contest between the visiting Riley Wildcats and your Mishawaka Cavemen. On behalf of Superintendent Dr. Theodore Stevens, Principal Chad Brew, and Athletic Director Evan Frost, we welcome you to the Cave here at Mishawaka High School. And thank you for attending tonight's contest. The IHSAA reminds everyone to model good sportsmanship by refraining from derogatory cheers, chants, or behaviors towards players, coaches, officials, or other spectators. The IHSAA and Mishawaka High School are committed to providing a welcoming environment that promotes fair play and respect for all. And we expect the same from everyone here tonight. We appreciate your cooperation in supporting all participants and officials in a positive manner. And at this time, we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps and join us as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. And if I could direct your attention to the court for the presentation of tonight's starting lineup, starting first with the visiting Riley Wildcats. Number 2, Anissa Kenny. Number 4, LaFay Gibson. Number 11, Tanasia Summers. Number 21, DJ Samaya. And number 22, Janessa Peach. The Riley Lady Wildcats head coach is Coach Carl Columbus, assisted by Matt Lewandowski. Caveman fans in the stands, get on your feet and make some noise as we proudly present to you the starting lineup for your Mishawaka Cavemen. At guard, she's a senior, number 2, Reese Brew. At guard, a junior, number 10, Millie Mamolenti. At forward, a sophomore, number 20, Grace Betzer. And at forward, a senior, number 24, Holly Shine. And at forward, a senior, number 41, Jamie Goyas. The Mishawaka Cavemen head coach is Coach Justin Overhoser, assisted by Dave Richards. And tonight's officials are Joshua Constable, Christian Courtier, and Tony Nemeth.
How about that electrifying starting lineup?
He's always electric.
Yeah,
He's got it.
Jason DeWilkins. I think we know a couple of his
Yeah,
sons.
I think so.
Kyle and Lucas DeWilkins, 2 Mishawaka football players.
Yeah, if they could stop writing 6-7 on my board, I'd love that.
Mango mustard
Mango,
fanatics.
anything.
Man, with that, let's focus on some Cavemen girls basketball, shall we? Holly Shine there for the tip, facing off against Tanasia Summers. And Riley will win the tip. Starting off fast, and the shot is good. Number 22, DJ Samaya is going to nail that 3 from deep beyond the arc.
Yeah, great look. I mean, you can't let them win a tip and get a 3-on-1 off the tip. Tanasia Summers has that athleticism, won the tip and an easy 3.
Reese Bruce, senior leader, handling the rock. Gracie Besser. She says she wants to see the team improve this year. It all starts tonight. Reese Brew, guarded by Summers.
Well, but this is kind of a matchup 1-2-2 zone as Betzer steps out of bounds.
You got to be careful. Those are those things like pre-snap penalties in football. Yeah. Just lack of focus, things that can happen and can cost you games.
So you're going to see zones both ends right now. The 2-3 zone by the Cavemen, see if they can stop Riley as they couldn't on that first kind of transition fast break off the tip.
That shot from deep beyond the arc, no good. Rebounded. They got a second chance. She nailed 3 earlier, no good. A lot of offensive rebounds for these Riley Wildcats. And there's a traveling call there. The Riley Wildcats will now hand the ball over to the Cavemen here.
Yeah, and that was Tanasia Summers there. We saw it a lot last year for the Cavemen. You get a little happy feet there, you catch the ball, you shuffle them, and that leads to that travel.
Millie Mamolenti. And that ball is stolen right out of the hands of Reese Brew, going the other way for the Wildcats. Denise Kenny handling the rock. Summers over to the corner. That shot is good. That's number 21, Tori Gibson, nailing it from the right corner.
Well, and to make matters worse, you give up a 3-pointer. Jamie Gulias goes to inbound the ball and goes over the line before she threw it in, and that's an easy turnover. 3 early turnovers by the Cavemen, and right now, Cavemen are reeling, and they're going to try to get another open shot.
That one's no good. We'll call it a pass. That one is up, and it is good. So now you see the Wildcats take an early lead as Coach O will call a timeout after the Anissa Kenny layup. Man, that's just not a way you want to start here. To score 8-0, we've got a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. What do we see in just those few minutes?
I mean, it's disorganization on the defensive end, right? What's the best way to beat a zone? Everybody tells you if you can shoot, you can get them out of that zone, right? And right now, they're 2 for 3 from 3. They've hit those 2 big 3-pointers, and right now the Caveman zone is going to have to come out further to defend that, and that opens up those lanes. Now, can Riley take advantage? We'll see. But right now, it's been disorganization and then turnovers. You cannot, in a minute and a half, have 3 turnovers.
Let's see if they look to improve upon that here.
Well, and speaking of turnovers, 1-2-2, they're going to be trapping this at half court and trying to force more.
Let's see if they're successful.
And there's an open middle. There it is.
Reese Brew drives in, and she will draw the foul. She'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, that's how you break a zone. You didn't panic. Millie Mamalenti dribbled it up, didn't get crossed, didn't get caught in that trap. Reese Brew found that middle. Easy pass, easy layup, get fouled, go to the line, easy, try to get some easy points.
To keep the analogy with football, free throws are essentially like field goals.
Absolutely.
Extra points, maybe. You also get 1 point for extra points. So there you go. Reese Brew will go ahead and nail that one. Get the Cavemen on the board for the first time this evening. To cut Riley's lead to 6. No good left on the miss.
They're saying that I don't think that hit the rim.
I believe it was. There's a little left there, short of the rim.
And if you didn't think they was fancy, the Riley cheerleaders really bringing it.
Yeah.
You can hear them. There's a bunch of them, and they're ready to go.
They are ready to go. Summers will double dribble there. Lost it there, picked it up. Try to dribble again. Can't do that in the game of basketball. It's Cayman ball.
And again, they've got to figure out ways to break this press.
Millie Mamalenti handling the rock here. Works the baseline, finds Gulias. No good on the shot. Nearly rebounded by Betzer, but the Wildcats will take that one out of her hands.
Well, and you got to make that. You get the ball inside, nobody's blocking you, and you have a chance to score, and you just missed it.
Messi there. She's going to try to add to her 3-point shooting total. She's no good on that one. Rebound, Jamie Gulias. That's a jump ball. It'll go the other way. Cayman ball.
Yeah, and that's a good, hard play by Gulias. She got the rebound, held on to it. Yeah, it's a jump ball, but she did a good job in the paint when she gets surrounded by Riley Wildcats.
Betzer here. Try to fit it into Reese Brew. It gets stolen by Summers. Summers nearly loses it there. Kenny's got it now. Betzer steps up. Kenny's shot no good. We'll call it a pass. That one is up, and that one is good. That was Tori Gibson getting the bucket again.
Well, that's twice now air balls have fallen right to Riley players for layups, and that's sometimes a tough break, but the Cavemen have got to do a better job of getting those rebounds.
Goliath missed their second shot of the evening there. 2 layups and a traveling violation called. So the Cavemen will get the ball right back.
Right now, it's Riley making some shots. The Cavemen have not, as Gulias will go out, and Nia Johnson comes in. Right now, the Cavemen have got to find a way to get that ball in the hoop. This has been a problem for them in years past, and right now they got to find a way to make it happen.
And Valenti will inbound it to Brew. Brew will take the shot from deep, and no good. Pops right back into the hands of the Wildcats, and Summers is loose. Reese Brew is there, and they will call the foul on the ground.
Yeah, and that's good hustle there. At least, you didn't give up an easy 2 right there. But you got to get back on defense. Cavemen, that fast break really killing the Cavemen right now on the defensive end.
To inbound number 4, Gibson, and that one's off the foot of a Gracie Betzer. So the Wildcats will get the ball right back, and we'll try this inbound again. That one is successful. They're moving it around the perimeter. That shot, that one is good. She's got 2 now. Samaya nails it from deep.
And that's just too slow on the rotation of that zone. You've got to get out there. Now she's hit 2. You've got to be in her face as another turnover.
and exactly what you don't want, what we've been saying that the Cavemen need to avoid for many years now, especially after last season. Samaya trying her luck again, no good. Front rim pops into the hands of Mamalenti. Nice slow dribble move there. She's got a lane, head full of steam. Layup is good. Counted. And she's got a chance to convert a three-point play there.
And that's the spark a little bit what you needed. You needed somebody to make a play. She broke that press. She got into the middle, and she had maybe a pass to shine on an awkward shot, but she said, I'm going to go with it, go strong, make it, and get the foul.
Mamalenti now. Let's see if she can make that play the more impactful, and she will.
One thing to watch for, as there's going to be a sub here for Riley, it looks like Karis Ivory has entered the game. But this Caveman press break, they're trying to force feed that middle. They always say to break that 1-2-2 press, you got to feed the middle, but it's not there, so you got to see it and go to your next option.
Working the perimeter here. Nearly a steal from Reese Brew. She was going to spot up and shoot and get fouled on her way, Reese Brew.
And that's going to be her second foul, and that's just a bad foul. You had help there. Betzer was there, made the block shot clean, but Brew just got the arm from the back, and you didn't need to do it, and that's going to be your second foul. You're already shorthanded. Grace Matherly can't play tonight, so you're trying to figure out, okay, how do we be more successful? Well, one of your starters getting 2 fouls is not a way to do that with 4 minutes left in the quarter.
Kenny will miss her first. Trying to extend this lead back to 10, and she will. 14-4 is your score with 4 minutes remaining. Mamalenti again, driving. Looking for help. Guarded closely by Kenny. She'll go up, layup. And the foul, they say, is on Kenny. And
here's the thing. That's not the best offense you can run, just dribbling it around. But right now, she's looking around and not finding anybody moving. They got to find open spaces. They got to get places. Otherwise, Mamalenti just take the ball and try to make something happen like she has the last 2 times.
No good on the first try. We got some substitutions. Summers will take a seat for the first time tonight, and number 30, Courtney Lee, will check in for the Wildcats.
Courtney Lee of NBA fame. Courtney Lee played in the NBA for a long time.
There we go. That one is good. That breaks the Wildcats' lead into single digits.
And the Cavemen are still in this. They got to play a little bit better on defense.
That one from deep, no good. That was Ivory on the attempt.
Well, and this has been what's weird. On these 3-pointers, the Riley's right now made 3, and those have been really good-looking shots, nothing but net. The other 3s have all airball.
Yep. Nice little pass, fist through 2 defenders from Betzer to Mamalenti. Now they're passing around. Betzer's got it again inside to Holly Shine. She'll kick it out. Mamalenti the shot, and they'll call a travel there.
Well, and those where you're getting hyped. It's your first game. You catch the ball, you see you're open, and you do one of these jump steps, and they're going to call that in high school. You might get away with that if you're Giannis in the NBA, but here in high school basketball, these refs are on it.
We got a timeout called by the Riley head coach. We got a 30-second timeout. We'll take the opportunity to give you all a break from our voices. We got a 14-5 score in favor of the Riley Wildcats here. 3:18 remaining in the first. We'll see the result when we come back here on the Mishawaka Network.
Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Welcome back to the Cave. I'm Daniel Phillips alongside Matt Rendell. Mr. Rendell, you're seeing a lot of this press from Riley affecting the Cavemen. Why is that?
Well, it's that 1-2-2 press as Riley's going to inbound the ball. And what the Cavemen are doing, what you always hear, hey, we need to open up that middle. And they did a great job on that last time of that bounce pass. They got it, but they keep forcing it when it's not open. And so they got to be careful to avoid those turnovers.
Ivory no good on the shot. The put back up. Samaya. And that'll give her her 8th point of the evening.
And here you see it. Betzer just dribbling into no man's land, and that's what you want to avoid as Johnson's on the line. That'll be another turnover. But you see it there. That middle is open, but somebody's got to flash there, but you got to read it. You got to see it. You got to ball fake, and then you got to find the next person. And right now the Cavemen aren't doing that.
Riley leads by 11. Ivory sees the open shot, takes it, and that one is good all net from deep.
She had missed her first two. That one looked much better. She set her feet. She let it fly. Nothing but net.
Betzer finds Johnson, and Johnson gets the routine layup there.
And that's how you break a press. You get somebody open. You take one dribble. The less dribbles you have on that press break, the better.
In the corner, Samaya is fouled on her shot. She'll shoot 3 free throws here.
And this is always the dilemma you run into. Okay, what's the easiest defense to run? Well, man-to-man. I guard you, you guard, right? But it's easy to run plays against. The hardest to run plays against is that zone, that 2-3 zone they came in running, but they're not rotating. So right there, they overloaded that far side from us. They got it top of the key, wing, corner. She's open, fouled on the arm, 3 easy free throws.
She's no good on the first. Again, free throws are something that you think, man, they're not that far away from the basket. Easy points. It's more of a psychological thing than a physical thing.
Well, and in high school, you don't always have the touch, right? Sometimes you just don't have it, and so you can practice it all you want, but you get in the games and it doesn't work.
She'll go 1 for 3 there, but Ivory's going to fight for the rebound off the miss.
Right now, the Cavemen are all confused. They got 2 players up at the top, nobody in the middle of that zone.
Ivory's got it again. Nearly a steal from Grayless, but it'll pop off her hand and out of bounds. Possession will stay with the Wildcats.
But the Cavemen have got to communicate. Look what's happened now. It looks like they've gone to what they're going to say is a box and one almost, but it doesn't look like they're on the same page. It looks like they're going man-to-man, actually. But that not everybody is.
Johnson steps up. That shot way too high, no good. That one was knocked out of bounds by Summers, and possession will stay with the Cavemen.
Cavemen have got to get it going. They're down 13, but really it's just been easy baskets for Riley. Cavemen haven't converted at the other end. They've got to get some baskets. You don't need to cut that lead all the way in one foul swoop.
Johnson tries to bounce pass it over there to Shine. She had open, but hits the Wildcat leg, and now they go on the fast break. 3 from Ivory, no good. Betzer will secure the rebound, and it'll go the other way. And Valenti finds Johnson. They got to get something going here. Trailing by 13. 1:15 remaining in this first quarter. Shine's got it. Passes it inside and intended for Betzer, but it's going to be caught and stolen by the Wildcats. And now they're going to say she stepped out of bounds, and it's going to be back to Cavemen. Back to the Cavemen here. So they got possession and got 1 minute and 7 seconds remaining. You got to have a big bucket here. Get some momentum going into the quarter break. Betzer, open 3. That one, no good. Rebound by Johnson. And Mamolani's got it. She's done a good job orchestrating this offense for 3 years. That one almost lost there. Holly Shine, and the pass into traffic is intercepted. That one's going to be out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wildcats.
It's good hustle by Johnson to get back, knock that out of bounds. That out of bounds play for the Cavemen, probably the best they've looked all night. They were running the basic out of bounds play. I'm going to inbound it to the corner, get it up to the wing, down screen, 3-pointer, wide open. Good look, good looking shot, just didn't quite go. But that's what you need if you're the Cavemen.
Orchestrating the offense for the Wildcats is Kenny. Now Summers has got it. Pressure from Grayless. Back to Summers. Trying to find any open space. The Cavemen not giving anything up. Kenny from deep. No good. Rebounded by Shine. Johnson's open on the fast break. And she will miss the layup there. Holly Shine tried to get that rebound. Pops off her hands. Goes out of bounds. Riley Wildcats have it with 6 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
And that's just, you did everything right. You got the rebound on the defensive end. You turned, you saw a guard leaking out. You hit her, open layup, and you just miss it. And so that's where they've got to convert those.
Less than a second now, and she did not get that one off in time, I don't believe. No, they'll say it will not count.
And that's the best view on the court that ref had, and he's calling out. I think it was close, but I think it's probably a good call.
I got that. I think that's a good call as well. So to end the first quarter, we've got a 20-7 score here in the Cave. The Cavemen trail by 13. The Wildcats dominating in a certain fashion. Let's see if they can bounce back here in the second quarter. We'll be back with the start on the Mishawaka Network.
Forte Waterproofing is celebrating over 60 years of satisfied customers. Experience, innovation, hard work, confidence, pride, honesty, integrity, determined, committed to achieve excellence. Fix it with Forte, fix it for good.
Welcome back, folks, to the Cave here where we start the second quarter of this matchup between the Riley Wildcats and the Mishawaka Cavemen. The Cavemen have not been playing up to their best potential here. Starting off the season with a tough opponent like the Riley Wildcats, you'd expect them to be maybe trailing, maybe in a tight one, but this one here, just too many turnovers plaguing this Caveman offense.
Yeah, turnovers, some foul trouble. Reese Brew had to go to the bench. Some of the bench players have come in, brought energy, which has been good. Gradeless with some hands-on balls. Johnson's got the basket, missed the other one, but it brought some energy. So we'll see what they can do here in the second quarter.
That shot no good, but rebounded there. Kenny gets the rebound and going to force a jump ball after the effort from Gracie Betzer. Possession arrow points in the favor of the Cavemen. So we'll see their offense for the first time in the second quarter.
And at this point, you're Coach Overholtzer. You say, hey, we didn't play super well in the first quarter. Let's win quarters.
And there we go. Another turnover here. Samaya, the shot, no good. Rebounded. Put back up, no good. Rebounded again. Put back up, no good. Rebounded finally by Leah Grayless as they go the other way. Johnson's got it in the corner. Inside to Betzer, turns around, puts it up, no good on the layup try. And it'll go the other way.
It's a good-looking play, though, right? She got the ball in the wing. She kind of did like a spin-turn pass, which worked out great. Betzer had a look, didn't get it to go, but as you start to get more reps, you'll start to see those go. And right now, you've only seen 7 players play for the Cavemen, right? You got Gulius and Brew, who started on the bench, but you might see some of these other players, especially some of these JV players. You're still missing Matherly, who hopefully will be back soon.
Nearly trips, and LaFay Gibson is going to lose that one off her foot. Gracie Betzer taking it the other way. She's got a sea of Wildcats in front of her. No good on the try. And boxed out on her attempt to try to get that ball from going out of bounds, and it'll go the other way.
It's not the best shot. You're forcing a little bit, but you got it up at the hoop. And again, we talked about this in years past. The Cavemen have got to get shots off. They're starting to get there now. They didn't at the start of the game. They're getting some shots off now. They got to get some to go.
That's Kenny walking it up for the Wildcats. Finds LaFay Gibson, drives in, layup. She's fouled. The shot's no good, but she has 2 free throws to try to make up for it.
Well, and that's just a classic pick and roll. And you see Holly Shine talking to Millie there that, like, hey, when you're getting that screen and roll, you got to either go under it or fight through it. It's got to be one or the other. And right now, neither of those happen as they switch this man-to-man, and that's always a challenge. Man-to-man is easy. I can run a pick and roll all day, right? Everybody knows how to run that. Everybody that's watched a basketball game. So if you can't defend the pick and roll, playing man-to-man is not going to work.
That first shot, good. Free throw, I should say. 21-7 is now the score. No good on that second try. Johnson with the rebound, finds Mamalenti, and they'll set things up once again. Through the hands of Johnson and out of bounds for another turnover. It'll go the other way. The Raleigh Wildcats have another opportunity to extend their lead.
And sometimes in practice, the speed is not there, right? You're in practice, no matter how hard you try, it's not the same as game speed. And right there, you saw it. Mamalenti threw the pass right through Johnson's hands.
Kenny over to Samaya and back to Kenny, guarded by Mamalenti. Kicks it off to Gibson again. Tori Gibson, no good on the layup. Holly Shine with a diving effort on the rebound.
Yeah, that was the best defense they've played. They were stuck together. You saw them moving back and forth, help side, and they were able to make it happen.
Mamalenti over to Johnson, and she's got Grayless open. Grayless will take the three. It'll be a two. Her foot was on the line, but it won't count, so it doesn't matter anyway as the Wildcats go back the other way.
But that's another open shot. You've got an open shot. You got to make them.
Tori Gibson from three, no good. Ivory's going to field that one. Samaya pump fake. They pass it around the perimeter. LaFay Gibson will drive in, and that's snatched by Leah Grayless. Shine's got Johnson open. Finds Johnson the layup, no good. Now Samaya will pick up her dribble and find Tori Gibson, who finds Ivory, and we've got a timeout over on the Riley side, and we've got a full timeout, so there's a minute break you all get from our voices here. We're going to go ahead and take a break. Score 21-7 in favor of the Wildcats with 5:14 remaining in the second quarter here on the Mishawaka Network.
Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903. Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Welcome back to the Cave. We're going to start things off in a nicer fashion, even though the Cavemen aren't playing great. We're going to go ahead and shout out one of our favorites here in this very building, Mr. Randy Ebright. He's my English teacher right now. He gives me a lot of homework. Not a fan of that, but big fan of Mr. Ebright.
Well, when he sends emails, he's got his signature, and he's got all the different clubs he has on there.
Clubs.
So he's a real asset to our school corporation and our school.
Big supporter of the Mishawaka Network. Is that miss there by Summers is rebounded by Gulius, and now Mamalenti will take it the other way. Pass over to Gulius, slips through her fingers and finds Summers, and now the Wildcats have it again. They've been feeding off these turnovers all night long. Gibson drives in, finds Ivory. She thought about taking that shot. Farhand's going to get in their face and get a steal there, but they'll call a push.
I don't know who they're calling that on. 21? Yeah, they're calling on Farhand. Oh, wait.
No, they'll call it on Gibson on the other side. So Tori Gibson gets called for the push.
Well, that's her first minutes. We got good defense by the Cavemen to force a turnover by the Wildcats.
Johnson throws it into a Wildcat hand, but it pops right back into her hands. Mamalenti, nice move there She'll take the shot. 3, no good. Rebounded by Ivory, and a lot of pressure from the Cavemen now. We're seeing a lot more defensive aggressiveness from them.
Well, and not your best shot, but it's an open shot, and Mamalenti, you know she can make them if she has that time, and just didn't quite get that one to go.
Running into traffic there, Samaya, and Anaya Johnson will dive on it. Hits the foot of Samaya and pops out of bounds.
Well, and now you're seeing the urgency, the energy, right there. That's Johnson just making a play. The ball's on the ground. I'm going to get it. Nobody goes after her. She gets up, tries to throw the pass, and a foot gets stuck out there. And that's a turnover, but the Cavemen have done a better job of bringing some good energy.
Mamalenti again.
They got to space this a little bit better. You've got openings deep if you just throw somebody towards the basket.
Johnson's got to recognize that. Mamalenti's going to step back and try the mid-range. It's not there. Out of bounds, and they say last touch. We're off our hand, and it'll go the other way.
Yeah, and right there, that's just, we've talked about some good looks. That was not the look you want. Millie Mamalenti, she doesn't look it. She's not tall, right? And so you can't get those shots over these long, athletic defenders. And right there, just an easy block, and it'll go the other way.
Samaya's got it. She'll find it over at the corner. Drives in, and she's fouled on her way. That's number 32, Maya Hines. So she will shoot 2 free throws at the charity stripe. And Nia Johnson, a good athlete. She's got to be careful. She's got 2 fouls already in this one, as that one will travel out of bounds and stay with the Wildcats.
If you're Coach Columbus and the Riley Wildcat team, you got to feel pretty good. You had a whole new team coming in. You didn't know how they would perform, and they performed very well here so far tonight.
Tori Gibson gives it a try from deep, and it's no good. It's off the hands of one of her teammates.
Well, and I don't, the first time we're seeing Riley play, I don't know if that's a shot you want. That's a deep 3. Yes, you're open, but you're at the volleyball line.
Mamalenti's got it. Nice pass from Johnson. Looking to find some space here and score some points already over halfway through the second quarter. And that one's stolen. Ivory dishes it over top of the key. No good. Samaya rebounded by Gibson. She'll take it back out to the corner. She's guarded by Mamalenti tightly. Hines trying to direct some orders here, find some space. Gibson, her pass is stolen. Morale forehand, head full of steam. And they'll say foul on the ground. And that's just a nice heads-up play there by Farhan, being able to cut that passing lane and get that steal.
Yeah, I mean, she just jumped that pass. The defensive energy and intensity has been much, much better. We are, what are we looking at? 5.5 minutes into the second quarter. Only 1 point has been scored in this quarter.
That one's going to go out of bounds there. And it'll stay with the Cavemen. Jamie Goulet is here. These seniors, we talked about it with Coach O. They need to, there's only 4 of them, but they need to really feed into that leadership role and demand some hard work outside of practice, inside of practice, and that one is stolen there. Passing is one thing that they really need to improve on. That pass finds no one. It's out of bounds.
But that's a turnover caused by the defense. That's the defense putting pressure, not fouling, and they haven't scored any points this quarter. Much, much better effort.
Inbound from Goulias, Mamalenti's got it. Got to cross half court. She does. She's double teamed, finds Graylis, and Graylis has Goulias open there. So that one snatched out of her hands by LaFay Gibson. Kennedy's got an open lane, goes in, no good on the layup. And LaFay Gibson will go up, gets fouled on her try, and now she'll shoot 2 free throws.
And I thought maybe that first try was a foul on Mamalenti. They didn't call it, but that, we've talked about how much better the defense has been. That's a player driving up the court, and your number 1 rule as a defense, stop the ball. Like, if I don't stop the ball, that's an easy layup, and they almost had it right there. Mamalenti recognized that at the last second, but you've got to stop the ball.
No good on the first try. Yeah, Mamalenti, she had a great freshman year, but she was also surrounded by the likes of Asa Schaefer, who's playing college basketball, and
Right.
and Addie Brew, who was a very good leader there, as LaFay will go ahead and nail that second free throw. And that one's stolen right out of the hands of Betzer, who I think fouled.
Big foul.
And they'll call a foul on this one instead. The layup will count. And she's actually going to have to check out there. Hines gets fouled by Betzer. No, she won't check out. She'll talk to coach.
She got hit around the neck. I mean,
Yeah.
that was so cool. From our angle, we could see it. The ref is on the other side, so it is a little bit harder to see, but that was such a clear foul on Betzer.
She'll convert there on a three-point play. Now the score is 23-7. The Cavemen got to make something happen with about 90 seconds remaining in this first half. And Betzer's got it. She's got some space. She'll take the shot. That shot is good and rattles in. Maybe the shot of electricity the Cavemen need to muster up some momentum going into that halftime locker room.
Yeah, that was their first points of the quarter. They really needed it, and they got it.
Maybe a push-off there, not called. Ivory, she'll use the space, take the three, no good. Rebounded by Goyas. She's double-teamed now, and Mamalenti nearly gets the ball stolen. The way to be persistent there, snatching that ball away. Risky pass there into three defenders. It finds Betzer, and now Farn will lose it. They'll call a jump ball here, possession arrow. It'll go the other way anyhow. Wildcats will take the ball with 46 seconds remaining.
Right now, there's some things the Cavemen can work on, right? Like, you had a good job. You played some good defense. You got the ball. Mamalenti did a good job not forcing things. She got it to Betzer, got it to Farhan, but that's not the move you want. You don't want the one-on-one dribble, try to post up if you're Farhan. What you want to do is get the ball, get everybody reset, and try to get a better shot.
Kenny's got it there. We've got number 23 of players just now checking in. It's Janessa Peach for the Wildcats. Samaya finds Summers. Summers, quick move. Pull up jumper, no good. It's short. Rebounded by Peach, and now Kenny drives in. No foul call there as she falls onto the ground, and LaFay Gibson will make up for it. Nice hop step layup, and it's good with 15 seconds remaining. Betzer's got it. Comes to a stop, finds Mamalenti. Back out to Betzer, pump fake, drives in, and that bounce pass is intercepted. LaFay Gibson, she's got 1 second, and she'll fall on the ground. A foul on the ground with 0.3 of a second remaining on the clock.
And you know that clock's right. It's got to be right. No better clock operator than Dave Rendell.
That's right. And nobody who knows just these.
And look, he's ready. He's telling them, that's 2 shots. Let's go. That's a 5th foul. We talked about it pregame a little bit. High school basketball quarters, 5 fouls every quarter. Once you hit that 5, it's 2 shots. No 1-and-1s.
That first shot, no good.
Look at that. Grant Metzger running the graphics. He's even got bonus on there. He's just killing it.
There you go.
Look at that.
Great job, Grant. Gibson on her second try. That free throw is good, all net. Extends their lead to 17. And that'll do it. The buzzer will sound in the score 28-10.
Some confusion on that inbounds pass. The ref called the clock start, even though they weren't passing it in. They were getting a different inbounder. But we're going to go to halftime, no harm.
No harm on that one. No harm, no foul. And they'll go ahead and move on. 0.3 of a second. It was just going to be a full court heave anyhow. So 28-10 is the score after 2. The Cavemen, a lot to improve on, a lot to discuss in that locker room, no doubt. What are the key things you think they need to fix coming out quickly?
No question, it's turnovers. It's figuring it out what to do so you don't have 16 turnovers like you did in the first half. 16 turnovers averages you for 32 in a game, and you cannot have 32 turnovers and not win a game, but be in a game. And so right now you've got to fix the turnovers. You've got to figure out how to get some shots that are good shots. They've had a few opportunities that they haven't taken advantage of. You've got to make some layups, maybe hit an open three or two. But right now it's the turnovers. You've got to hold on to the ball. In any basketball game, especially high school girls basketball, you've got to get more shots and less turnovers.
I would imagine Coach O saying the same thing here shortly in that locker room. We got a few minutes here in the halftime break. 28-10 again is your score going into the half. Let's see the Cavemen come out, see if they bring a new intensity. Let's see if the Wildcats come in and bring the same intensity as they've been playing well. We'll be back with some stats and things like that when we come back for our halftime report here on the Mishawaka Network.
Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Forte Waterproofing is celebrating over 60 years of satisfied customers. Experience, innovation, hard work, confidence, pride, honesty, integrity, determined, committed to achieve excellence. Fix it with Forte, fix it for good.
Come and visit the Mishawaka Historical Museum and make sure to check out all of their different exhibits, such as their industries and businesses, church and faith, historic landmarks, military heritage, school, and their famous Mishawakans exhibit, including some of our very own Caveman alumni, as well as a working model train set and a brand new exhibit, Treasures from our collection. Located at 121 South Main Street, doors are open every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. each day. $5 for entry for adults, $3 for students, and kids under 5 enter for free.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903. Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Welcome back here to Mishawaka High School. You can see some of the crew over to my left here. I'm Matt Rendell here with the Mishawaka Network. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We are excited to bring you girls basketball here at Mishawaka High School. Our schedule a little bit changed, just to keep reminding people. The Marion girls basketball game was supposed to be here on Thursday. That game has gotten moved to December 23rd at 1 p.m. There'll be a doubleheader. The boys will play Niles afterwards at 2:30. So that game was supposed to be Thursday. Marion's girls soccer team won the state title this weekend, so that game got moved. so those girls could get some practices in. A couple quick highlights. Cavemen's scoring has not been a lot, only 10 points. Reese Brew has one at the free throw line. Anaya Johnson has a layup for 2 points. Millie Malenti has 4 points for the Cavemen. Grace Betzer with 3. That makes up your 10 points. The leading scorer for the Riley Wildcats, that's going to be number 2, DJ Samaya. She's taken a lot of shots, but she's got 9 points on the game. Second most on the Wildcats will be LaFay Gibson, who has 7 points. So a good showing so far for the Riley Wildcats, a brand new team as we talk to Coach Columbus as we get ready for the second half. About 4 minutes left here in halftime. Eli Elkins going to get us to a few more commercials, and then Daniel Phillips and I will be back to bring you the second half here from the Cave.
Come and visit the Mishawaka Historical Museum and make sure to check out all of their different exhibits, such as their industries and businesses, church and faith, historic landmarks, military heritage, school, and their famous Mishawakans exhibit, including some of our very own Caveman alumni, as well as a working model train set and a brand new exhibit, Treasures from our collection. Located at 121 South Main Street, doors are open every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. each day. $5 for entry for adults, $3 for students, and kids under 5 enter for free.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Welcome back here to the Cave as we kick off the second half here. What we hope to be a little bit more close. Oh, look, we're partially on
Yeah,
the
we're
screen.
on TV.
There we
Look
go.
at us.
Looks like I got no hair,
But
though.
the game is going on. There we go.
We got it. Oh, that one's stolen right away. Tori Gibson goes and lays it up on the other end. So now a 20-point lead for the Wildcats as they come out in the second half. Reese Brew goes in and gets fouled. She'll shoot 2 free throws, and that's what I like seeing.
Yeah.
You're going in and you're driving, and at least you're giving yourself a shot there.
Well, you're driving, you're getting the hoop, and here's what you just saw there. What I read the lips. Lafayette Gibson there was guarding Reese Brew. She got beat, but then the other defender reached in, and she looked over at her and said, "Why you reach in? Like, if you don't reach in there, you're making Reese Brew make a tough layup."
And Brew will be good on the first one.
And Reese Brew hasn't played since that first quarter. She got 2 fouls with 4 minutes left in that first quarter. We never saw her again. She's back on the court, start second half, already making an impact. It's going to be a lane violation.
Gotta be careful with that. Can't jump early. There we go. Reese Brew gets another shot there.
Well, and Coach Columbus didn't like the call, and they're going over something. He still doesn't like it.
Yeah.
I think maybe she didn't step in, but she kind of started boxing out too early.
And that one's timely. She's going to get.
Well,
Never mind.
and honestly, a really great move by Holly Shine on that. She just spun away from that box out, and if that hits the rim, she's right there for that rebound. We got to hit the rim on free throws.
Got to hit the rim there. I'm thinking we're going to get clear with no violations. I was wrong.
Yep.
Summers has got it at the wing. Hands it off. Samaya, the three, no good. And Gulius on the rebound. It's going to pop out of her hands and out of bounds. So the Wildcats maintain possession there.
Yeah, that's a tough break for the Cavemen.
Got somebody open in the corner. Tori Gibson. Samaya over to Summers. Summers drives in. Deflected by Betzer. She retains it there. And Gibson from the wing, no good. Off the feet of Gulius this time instead of the hands and out of bounds.
Well, and right there, all sorts of things basketball-wise you're missing. You run an inbounds play, you screen that side of the zone, you're wide open in the corner, you don't hit it. Tanasia Summers had a wide open three, didn't hit it, and now it's going to be a foul on Riley.
They'll call it on Samaya, number 22. And so now the Cavemen get the ball back here. A little bit of confusion. Reese Brew nearly loses possession there. Nearly loses it again, and this time it's going to find the hands of Mamalenti. They got to cross half court. Finally they do. And now she loses it again. Poor ball handling. Showcased throughout that whole play, and nearly a bad pass. It'll find Gibson, and they'll call it travel on number 21 as it'll go the other way. A series of things happening.
I mean, we saw a lot of problems there. You got people in the same spaces. You got dribbling into traffic. On the other end, you've got passing it to nobody when you're right. I mean, right now we're just kind of all over the place, and both teams need to settle in here to the second half.
Girls basketball, I enjoy calling because it really sharpens my play-by-play skills.
You gotta pay attention.
Because of how much I got to say. Betzer goes up, and the shot is good. Gracie Betzer, she's now got 5 in the ball game. It's just those plays like that. You just got to make layups. You got to make sure you make good passes, and they're making a good shot. Samaya from deep. And we've got a 30-second timeout here called by the Cavemen. We'll keep it here. And let's go ahead and see if we can get ourselves on screen for a moment.
Yeah, we missed it at halftime. You were here. Got Desmond taking some photos of us. You got the crew over here. Really a good crew. It's our first game, though, so lots of things we're working on. But right now, Daniel, the Cavemen have got to settle in. Right now, it's just not working. It's all over the place, and they've got to find a way to get shots like they just did, right? They just got a shot by saying, okay, we're going to drive in, break the press, get it in the middle, and Grace Betzer said, I'm just going to turn and put it up. And if you have good touch from that close, you're going to score, as they did on their last possession.
Yeah, I mean, it's those routine things that you would say, well, I watch basketball all the time, and those things just happen. Well, they need practice. They need reps.
Absolutely.
They need game time reps.
Well, and they
it's the
haven't
first
had
they're
that many
getting.
practices. Up until today, going into today, you only had 13 practice times as we're back to play here if Eli can get us there. There we go.
Betzer's got it now. She scored the last points for the Cavemen, and Gouy is in trouble. It's Mariah Young, freshman there, and she gets fouled.
Well, and it's her first minutes, and it was a good, she got the ball, she took a couple dribbles, got fouled, and you draw the fouls, and you at this point in the season, you're trying to show that you deserve minutes, right? It's early, you don't know how you're going to, we can practice as much as we want, but you don't know until you're actually out there.
Man, this Riley Wildcats
The
cheer
cheer
squad
team, they're
is
on it.
very vocal.
They got the stomps down, they got that whole corner.
Manuente's got it. Trying to find any space. Got to find a teammate here soon. And that one's stolen. Summers has got it. And goes ahead on the other side. Converts on the layup.
And that's her first points back here playing against the Mishawaka Cavemen.
Manuente's got it. Guarded by Kenny. And they'll call a push.
And this is a good job by Coach Columbus. Not a great call there. That's real touch, foul. And she was upset about the call, but Coach Columbus said, hey, we got this. You're good. Keep going, right?
Maintaining composure is very important. And that's Gemma Balloon coming in, another freshman. A swing JV varsity player. As Gracie Betzer will take a seat.
Well, and it's just a totally disjointed inbounds play.
Holly Shine no good on the shot. It's rebounded. Manuente's got it.
And right now, a lot of touch fouls being called, and sometimes you got to adjust to the officiating a little bit. Say, okay, first half they were letting us get away with stuff. Now they're tightening it up a little bit, so I got to keep my hands off, make sure we're making good plays. But that's going to be 2 shots. That's already the 5th foul.
Yeah, that didn't take long.
So Mishawaka now in the bonus already with 5:21 left in the third quarter.
Manuente nails her first free throw. And now Johnson checks in for Jamie Gouy.
Cavemen have struggled from the field, but right now they're 5 of 7 from the free throw line. So that's one way to try to get back into a game. As the officials trying to get those shirts tucked back in.
Manuente with an opportunity now to cut Riley's lead to 20 points. She will not do so.
I'm telling you, you got to watch. That's a foul there on Johnson. But you got to watch Holly Shine. Right now, the defender is trying to box her out sideways, and Holly Shine is just taking one step spinning, and she's wide open. If that ball comes off her way, that's an easy 2.
Peach will shoot from deep, no good. Off the front rim, rebounded by Tori Gibson. She's double teamed. Finds Ivory open in the corner. She's fouled. And she'll shoot 3 free throws.
Yeah, what you can't do in any game, let alone a game you're trying to get back into, is foul 3-pointers.
Ivory's got 4 in the game so far. Looking to extend this Wildcat lead and also her point total. No good on that one off the front rim.
Yeah, she hasn't been stellar at making shots, but she keeps taking them. And if you can go to the line and get some free throws, that'll help.
No good again off the same spot. Luckily, she's got one more. Two freshmen in the game for the Cavemen right now as it is off from the same spot again. And we saw a little bit of football action there as Gibson and her sister, maybe cousin, both Gibsons dive for Manuente.
Well, and right now they're calling that foul, and now it'll be free throws again.
All right, it's the bonus, so she'll shoot 2, and Manuente's like, oh, man, I got to run all the way to the
she
other
was
side
ready
of the
to take
court.
that inbounds pass, and she's got to go shoot 2 free throws now. Again, no 1-and-1s in high school basketball here in Indiana.
That free throw no good. Pops right back into her hands.
And right now the lid is on for both teams at the free throw lines. That's 5 straight misses, 2 by Mamalenti, 3 at the other end by the Riley Wildcats.
Grayless will check in for Johnson. Mamalenti will nail the second one and cut the Wildcat lead down to 20 now. Less than 5 seconds we are from the start of the fourth quarter. That shot, Peach, no good. Pops right back out into the hands of Mamalenti. And we've got a foul again. So we'll go back again to the other side of the court and shoot 2 free throws. I mean, these Wildcats got to be careful. Now, are the Cavemen doing spectacular on the free throw shooting end right now? Not exactly, but they're over 50%. And
well,
you never want to keep
thing.
fouling.
You don't want to have shots start to fall, right? If I can get some rhythm at the free throw line and I'm Millie Mamalenti, maybe I hit a 3, right? Like, it's just, and those last 2 fouls are just clear, like, body check fouls. Those aren't even bad calls necessarily. You had a couple that were iffy, but now you're just running into Millie Mamalenti. She's not very big. She's going to go flying.
Nails the first. And you talk about getting in that rhythm. She nails the second, too. Perfect on that trip to the free throw line. And that's Gibson. The layup, no good. Rebounded by Holly Shine. And now they're settling things down. I'd like to see Holly Shine get the rebound, stay steady for about a second or two, and then you go ahead and you start things off. You guys, a violation there. I mean, again, give yourself time for everybody to get ready. Then you get it to your point guard and you run your plays and you get down the court and you orchestrate your offense.
Yeah, and right there, that was Millie Mamalenti just dribbling back and forth, not even paying attention. I've only got 10 seconds. I got to get it across. And she had opportunities to pass it across, dribble it across. She just didn't get either of those to work.
Ivory's got it for Riley. Nearly stolen there by Young. Playing good defense for a freshman, trying to earn those minutes.
And she's talking, too, on defense. You don't see a lot of talking by the Cavemen on defense, and she's yelling out the plays.
Good defense from Grayless. Peach, another deep shot. No good. She has yet to make one of those, but she's still taking them. Summers has it, wrestling with the Cavemen defender, and they'll call a jump ball here. It'll stay with the Wildcats.
Yeah, that's, I mean, really good defense there by the Cavemen. You didn't get the rebound, which is the last part of your defensive stop.
And a big interception there. Young's got it. She passes it off to Mamalenti, who goes up and gets blocked on the shot, but gets the rebound.
Good job there by Mamalenti, though, getting both of her feet back in bounds before she caught that pass.
And that one is lost. Bobbled and out of bounds. Riley Wildcats catch another break. Got some subs coming in. Kenny will check in for Samaya, who will take a seat. On the court for you right now, we've got Kenny, Peach, Summers, Hines, and Ivory for the Wildcats. A shot from deep. Ivory, no good. Rebounded by Summers. She's got Peach wide open. That's a 2, no good. And it's rebounded by Grayless, who does a good job of staying steady. Maybe a travel call is what Riley
but I
wanted.
think she didn't quite have the ball yet, is what they're going to say. But right now, the Cavemen have got to rebound better. They're not even, a couple of those shots go up, they hit the rim, and they're not even going after the ball.
Holly Shine. That ball is stolen from Summers. Or by Summers, rather. Kenny's got it. She's guarded tightly by Young, and they'll call a reach in there.
And I kind of like that defense, though. I know she fouled her, but You're putting the pressure on. You're making them think about it, and you got to do something different. And you saw Coach Overholzer clapping. He wants to see that energy, that hustle.
That one, Kenny there. Again, Young playing good defense and maybe a little bit of a carry miscalled there, but they won't call it.
Well, what the official was saying, that her hand went up above it.
And Hines on the shot is rebound, and they'll call foul there, and it'll go the other way. They'll shoot the free throws.
And Young will get a chance to get on the board. I think her energy is what the Cavemen have needed all night. She's really put pressure on, saying, hey, we're going to play a little bit better on defense, which will in turn help you on offense.
35-17 with 2:46 left in the third quarter. The Cavemen with an opportunity here to cut into this Riley lead. No good from Young there.
Yeah, not a good looking shot there hitting that backboard, so we'll see what she can do on her second try. But in some of these games, you try to win quarters, right? You talk about, hey, we got down big. Right now, the Cavemen are tied in this quarter. Both teams have scored 7 in the third quarter, so see what they can do to finish out this last 2:45.
Off the backboard, no good. Loose ball, and Summers has got it. Looking for somebody. Peach again from deep. No good. She keeps shooting that shot.
But then another offensive rebound.
And that one, not the wisest of passes, but still gets it there, and they'll call a foul. They'll say on Young, and it'll stay with the Wildcats. They'll call a timeout here. The Wildcats take a second to regroup, see what's going on. They have allowed the Cavemen to do a little much here, more than they would like. Score 35-17 in favor of the Wildcats. Go ahead and kick it off to a break here on the Mishawaka Network.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Welcome back already. We're here in the cave. Let's see if the Cavemen can bring some more of that defensive energy that Mariah Young in particularly is bringing to this team right now.
Absolutely, yeah. And she's really done a good job on defense. She missed those free throws, but she's really helped the team on defense.
I'll call a traveling violation there. It'll go the other way.
Yeah, I think Charlie Shine got away with one on the arm on that first shot, but Cavemen will get the ball. 2:20 left here in this third quarter.
And they'll say it's...
I think they're going to call moving screen. Yeah.
Okay.
Gradeless.
So moving screen on 22. And so now the Wildcats will get the ball here. A little bit of confusion with that officiating crew, but
I think they should be shooting free throws. Oh no, because it was an offensive foul.
Big steal there from Young. Again, she's making big plays on the defensive end, and a huge layup there. Mamalenti gets it there, and she'll now try a free throw to convert a three-point play.
And she got it to go, and right now you're saying, hey, we haven't played great, but we're within 16. You make a free throw, you're within 15. You still got 2 minutes in the third quarter. Keep playing good defense. Maybe get on the break, get some open shots, and all of a sudden you're in it. Look at how they're boxing out on this free throw here, Daniel.
Yeah, it's an odd method of doing things.
I like what I said, every time.
Again, Holly's able to spin. She knows exactly what to do.
What happens there is you're off balance. If I'm turned that way, I take one step into you. You think I'm coming that way, an easy spin. I mean, that's every time. So you got to be careful not to do the same thing over and over again.
And Lindsay was good on that free throw, and again, lots of good defense from Young. That one deflected into the hands of Mamalenti. She's got one to beat. It's Amaya, nice pump fake, and the floater is no good. But great defense. A lot of aggression from this Caveman defense here. The unit is playing very strong right now. A violation there, and they'll keep it with the Wildcats. They'll say a foul, and Tanasia Summers will shoot. She gets 2 shots here. Tanasia Summers again used to wear a Mishawaka uniform. She did for the first 2 years of her high school girls basketball career. She makes that first one, and now she's wearing a Wildcats uniform.
Yeah, and she hadn't got anything to go. She scored her first points on a layup, and now she's able to get the free throw.
And the second one is also good.
Didn't look good, but it went in.
It did go in. Grayless in trouble, looking for somebody, anybody, and it's stolen by Summers. Summers has got Samaya there. She finds her. That layup is good in transition.
Great play there by Riley. Good trap. Gradeless wasn't strong enough with the ball.
Nice job by Shine to get up there, grab that ball, and makes a play on the other end, and the foul.
And this is both teams. Riley with a great defensive play, got an easy layup, great press break, and then the freshman, great pass over the top, Shine easy too, and the free throw.
Yeah, Balloon, a nice job there, finding Shine, and now she has an opportunity to convert here for 3 points. Something to get hype about now. Shine will miss that one. It'll clink to the right and rebounded by Gibson. But still, they get those 2 points, and that's a big play on the and one. That one through the hands of Summers, out of bounds. It'll go the other way.
And that's what the Cavemen need. They need some turnovers, try to take advantage. They gave up some quick points there, but they're still in some sort of reach, right? It's not totally out of control yet. They just need to go on some runs here.
Mamalenti's got it, making some moves, and they'll say she carried there.
It's one of the problems Millie Mamalenti has, being not very tall at all. That ball gets up too high. She dribbles so strong, sometimes it gets too high, and she gets her hand above it.
Something you want to avoid there is a mistake that you can't make often. Samaya's got it, and now Summers at the corner. Samaya again working on Young. Summers got some space, and she'll keep passing that thing around. Now finally a shot taken. That one no good from Kenny. An air ball. Mamalenti over to Grayless, wants the ball back, and she gets it. Finds Holly in the post. Balloon, the freshman, steps through, and they'll say a travel.
Yeah, that's too bad. She made a good ball fake. She just needed to put the ball on the ground once and then go up with it.
Kenny's got it. She'll walk it up again with 25 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Listen, these cheerleaders are killing it.
They are doing a good job. That one nearly lost by Samaya. No, it will be lost. Last touch, Riley. So now Mishawaka basketball here. Just these little problems that you see that you don't want to happen, because it costs you points, costs you possession. Grayless has got it now, and Shine has it on the wing, tries to get it over to Grayless. Last touch, Riley. Mishawaka basketball still.
When they've got a chance here to run a play, you got 7 seconds. It's a great time to run an out-of-bounds play. They ran a couple good ones so far tonight.
Mamalenti leading with urgency. That one off the hands of Shine, and it's another turnover.
And the out-of-bounds play, they forced it. The play was ran for Shine, but it wasn't there, and you forced it. And then you made it worse, because now with 0.5 seconds left, Millie Mamalenti kind of just gets into the body, and that's an easy call, and now you're giving up 2 free throws at the other end. And that's what Coach Overholtzer was mad about. You might have heard that clap. You can't compound mistakes with more mistakes.
No good on that one. Kenny on her first free throw misses. Let's see what she does on the second. That one also no good from the front rim, and time will expire. Score 39-22 in favor of the Wildcats still. They've had the lead all game long, but the Cavemen look much better coming out of the half. Let's see if they can continue that going into the final quarter of tonight's game here in the Cave. Again, score 39-22 in favor of the Wildcats. Keep tuning in here on the Mishawaka Network.
Come and visit the Mishawaka Historical Museum and make sure to check out all of their different exhibits, such as their industries and businesses, church and faith, historic landmarks, military heritage, school, and their famous Mishawakans exhibit, including some of our very own caveman alumni, as well as a working model train set and a brand new exhibit, Treasures from our collection. Located at 121 South Main Street, doors are open every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. each day. $5 for entry for adults, $3 for students, and kids under 5 enter for free.
Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Welcome back to the Cave. You're just now joining us here. We begin the fourth quarter of this matchup between the Riley Wildcats and the Mishawaka Cavemen here in the historic Cave. Friday night, we'll have another broadcast.
Absolutely.
That will be on IHSA TV. No YouTube, no Facebook, but it'll be Mr. Rendell and I calling that one. The St. Joe Huskies will come to Still Stadium and face off against the Mishawaka Cavemen for a sectional title.
The St. Joe hasn't played Mishawaka in a long time. It's been a while. Mishawaka moved to the NLC, and that kind of ended that, NIC game between the two. So it'll be an interesting game. Coach Downey over there, I think he went to Mishawaka, so that's another aspect of that. So it'll be an exciting night here as we finish up. Cavemen did win that last quarter, 12-11. So you talk about winning quarters sometimes, try to get some momentum, and that might be one. A lot of that at the free throw line.
Cavemen only trail by 17 here. And Raw Farhan, a nice hook shot there, but no good. It clanks out.
Yeah, not a bad look. The hook shot in the middle of the lane, usually a pretty good look. Just couldn't get it to go.
Nearly stolen by Johnson. Still with that defensive intensity. That shot, Samaya, no good. Rebound nicely secured by Young. She's got Reese Brew. Tries to find her to swat it away, but she fights for possession there.
Oh, they're going to call a foul.
Oh, wow.
No jump ball there. I don't think the coaches for Riley know this yet.
All right, well.
Okay.
The run and inbound play, and Mamalenti will get it. Maybe a break there for the Cavemen, and Reese Brew's got it now. Guarded by Gibson, Tori Gibson. Mamalenti now, guarded by Summers. Reese Brew's got it. Looking for somebody. They got to get something going here. But in Indiana High School basketball, there is no shot clock. Still looking around. Brew keeping it in the backcourt, and now Mamalenti's got a shot. Open, no good. Reese Brew's got it again. Nice offensive rebound as they retain possession, and that one is good. Mariah Young nails it from deep off the left wing. Maybe a shot of electricity that the Cavemen need here.
Yeah, I mean, you saw no minutes in the first half for Young, and then some really good ones here in the second half as she's playing some good defense, hitting a three-pointer.
And we got a screen here. Far end picks up Kenny, and now Samaya's got an open shot. No good from the right wing. Up again, and that's LaFay Gibson getting it done.
And this is where the rebounding has got to get a lot better for the Cavemen. A lot of missed shots have gone into hands of Riley Wildcats. Some of it's luck, but some of it, you got to go on the boards.
That one in traffic, and Nia Johnson somehow comes out of the pile with the ball in her hand, but it's no good. Got to be careful. Don't want to foul. Now Kenny will take it up again. Driving in, penetrates, finds Summers, high arcing shot, no good. Kenny's got it again. She's got Summers open. She decides to find LaFay Gibson, who gets fouled there on her way up. They'll call it on number 21, Merle Farin.
I don't know what Coach Ovos is going to do. Maybe we talk to him this coming week as they have a little bit of practice time now that they don't play Thursday. They've got to work on going after the ball. The ball's hitting rims, and right there you had two players that could have gone after that ball, and they watch it. And you see Riley going after it. And so again, sometimes it comes off the wrong way. Right now, the Cavemen aren't going for it. They're not putting bodies on players on rebounds, and they're not going to grab those balls.
LaFay Gibson nails the first free throw. Looking to make the second and extend their lead. currently lead by 17 and now by 18 as she nails the second. Cavemen need another big play to jump back into this one, and that's a traveling violation.
And she kind of knew it, and you saw the coaches say, hey, it's okay. It's good aggressiveness. You got to get that ball on the ground before you take that jab step.
Now Peach has got it for Riley. Summers now. Shot, no good there from Hines. And that one's out of bounds, off her knee, goes the other way.
And that was a good job by Farn getting her hand on the ball, hits off of Riley, going the other way. And right now, you're playing for the future, right? Right now, you may not win this game down 18, but you got to play better and try to say, okay, these are the players we know we can count on to play hard, to get rebounds, to play defense.
Reese Bruce got it now, wavering through traffic, layup, no good, missed opportunity. Maybe she'll get another shot. They'll call a push. It looks like Reese Brew will be shooting some free throws.
Well, that's going to be out of bounds. Free throw, the fouls reset at the end of the quarter. But again, Reese, you got to make that layup. You had an open look at it. You got it up there. We're just right now just a little bit off on our touch.
Got another push there, but now it'll go the other way. My apologies on the miscue there. I was so used to seeing Riley foul. I'm like, they must be still in the bonus.
I don't know how many they ended up with. I probably guess somewhere between 10 and 12 fouls in that last quarter.
Hines has got it now. 32 on 32. And that one tipped back into the hands of Hines, though, and another offensive rebound for LaFay Gibson. She's had a number of them today. Now Young's got it. Got to settle down. Two freshmen in the game again for the Cavemen. Mamalenti off her knee. They'll call the foul there. And inbound at the baseline. No, they'll stay over on the sideline here instead. Reese Brew will check out, and Holly Shine will check in. Mamalenti looking for somebody. Who's she going to go with? Got to get rid of it soon. Finds Young, and she's got Balloon leaking out there. Doesn't find her. Tries to find her this time, and a little late. But they'll call a foul, so it bails her out.
And it's always interesting. You see defenders, all levels of basketball, put their hands up, say, I didn't touch it, but it was a clear shove before your hands were up. So definitely a foul. Good move there by Young.
Nice job by Shine going there. Nice little wide receiver type catch.
Yeah. If only she could have done that in the Powder Puff football game.
Right, seriously. Good catch there. Nice little layup, and it cuts down the Wildcat lead to down 2 more points. So it's exactly what you want if you want to get back into this game and make a late run. Gibson, turnaround, fade, no good. And a scramble for the basketball, and that one ends up in the Cavemen's hands. Young's got it. Summers and her all alone, and a foul is called. She'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, and that's just pure hustle right there. You're 1-on-2, essentially, and you just say, I'm going to go at this hoop and make them foul me, and they did.
A great job there. Fearless effort by Young, the freshman. And she's played well. She's got the 1 3-pointer, but she's had a number of steals and a number of great defensive hustle possessions to her name, and now she's got 4 points on the game.
And it didn't look great. That's the 3rd free throw she shot today, and they've all gone off the backboard. So it's not a great look, but honestly, if you can get some habits of putting off the backboard, it can work for you.
Seems like maybe she's shooting with 2 hands there. Not quite. There's a lot of power in that shot. She misses the second one, and it goes the other way. Gibson's got it. Tori Gibson, no good on the spot up midi. Mamalenti dribbling the wrong way. She had open space, decides to charge in.
And if you see it, there's 3 defenders. All of your team's running the other way. At some point, you just need to compose yourself. You got to find it. She's just trying to dribble around. She's wrapping her arm around, and you got to figure out where your people. Now, it would help if your team came to you.
Yep.
Right? But she's got to make sure she's in control.
On the inbound is stolen by Balloon, the freshman. Nice defensive play there. Finds Mamalenti a little short, but she gains it. Now Young has got it. Jab steps. Decides to toss it over. Got Farhan. She's going to pump fake drive. Lose possession. Young retains it. And again, swatted on the pass try. Swatted again by Summers, but this time out of bounds.
And that's what Tanasia Summers brings you. We saw it a lot last year. They ran that 1-3-1 zone where she would be at that top and tip the balls. And Holly Shine, good senior leadership saying, hey, you got the right idea. You got to ball fake high and get that bounce pass low. And I think she's right. If you ball fake, get that high, bounce pass is there for you.
Mamalenti no good on the three. Nearly a rebound. And Young, I think, has it under that pile, but they'll call it jump ball, of course. Possession arrow in favor of Riley.
Yeah, I think jump ball's the right call there. Everybody's on the ground.
Yep.
And that'll give Riley the ball here. 3 minutes left to play.
They lead by 15 now. Summers over to Kenny, who's guarded by Mamalenti. Telling everybody to space out. Find empty space. Still guarded tightly by Mamalenti, and she'll find Ivory from deep. No good. That almost went in.
And right there, something you haven't seen a lot today, which is a really good box out. Now, it results in a jump ball. Cavemen keep the ball, but you got to get bodies on people. Holly Shine, good box out, goes up and grabs that ball. You got to go after the ball.
Good hustle play there. Shine's got it again. Nice pass over to Young. Young drives in. And they'll call push.
Yeah, and that's going to lead to free throws. And that's just getting that hand on that kind of the back there. And you got to make sure you're not doing that, especially on those drives. And Young is creating this contact by being so aggressive. She's getting that ball. She's taking a couple dribbles. Yeah, the shots sometimes are wild, but if you can go to the line, make a few free throws, keep your team from losing more ground, and creates foul trouble on the other end.
And we are now in the bonus with 2:33 remaining in the ball game. Young off the backboard. That one is good. It thought about it for a second, decides to go in.
I don't love the form, but if you say, hey, this is going to work for me, get it off the backboard hard and try to get it to go.
That time she took a different approach. No good.
It doesn't look pretty off the hand.
Nice handle from Summers. Gets stuck. Stolen by Young again. So many steals in this one. Just not great on the other end, off the bottom of the backboard.
Yeah, really good block there. A good recovery.
And a travel there. Stutter
feet. It, yeah. She threw her head back because she knew it. She knew she got a little too excited there.
Yeah, feet get jittering, and then you get the whistle and the traveling violation. Not what you want. The Cavemen do want that, though, because now they get the ball back. Down by 14. Can you rally with 2 minutes left?
Great press break there by the Cavemen.
Got Balloon over there, open. She's now covered. Gets it back to Mamalenti. Great defense so far today from the Wildcats. And that one there, just not a great pass. Holly Shine will handle it. We've got a foul called again. This time she will shoot 2 free throws.
Well, and that's what we saw earlier, too. It's not a lot of contact, but she's kind of, you got to get in front, right? You can't be swinging your arms trying to get those steals. Sometimes it works, but sometimes you'll get called for fouls, too. Anytime you're trying to reach in, those are difficult ones.
Mamalenti with quite the opportunity here. Less than 2 minutes. No good on that foul shot. Got a substitution. Tori Gibson will check out, take a seat on the bench, and Key Diamond Gilbert will check in. No good on the second free throw either. The save by Gibson, LaFay Gibson, to be specific.
Yeah, it was good hustle, but when she saved that in, it hit the back of the backboard. So that'll be Caveman ball after this timeout.
Good timeout called there. They get an opportunity to regroup. 1:42 remaining. 43-29 in favor of the Wildcats. Let's see what the Cavemen do getting the ball back out of timeout here on the Mishawaka Network.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903. Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
And we're back here on the Mishawaka Network. A minute 42 remaining. The Cavemen got the basketball here. We're all far in the inbound. With less than 2 minutes, Mr. Randall, what do you think Coach Oberholzer's mindset is here as Tenasia Summers gets the steal?
Well, you got to like the fight and hustle. The second half has been much better than the first half. I don't know how that wasn't a foul, but they're going to say she threw it out of bounds. But you just got to figure out a way to hold on to the ball. You got to figure out a way to teach something that's hard to teach, which is that basketball IQ. How do you get a team, how do you get your players to say, hey, we got to see more basketball. We got to know what's happening. And maybe that comes with watching more film, checking more things out, as that's going to be a foul on the Cavemen there. But you've got to find a way to hold on to that ball. I think you look better, you feel better. The second half, much better than the first half. But you got to find the combinations that work, as that's going to be a timeout by Riley.
Yeah, timeout there. And you can see, though, the Cavemen are certainly going to win more games this season, I believe. I think I can confidently say that they seem a lot more comfortable.
Well, and they've done a good job with the athletic department trying to get a little bit of a different schedule. Not to say, hey, we're going to play easier teams, but we're going to play teams that kind of fit what we need right now, which is going to be teams that we can compete with. This has been a good example. Yes, you're down by 14, but, I mean, you were down 18 at a half.
Yep.
Right? So you know, and it's not, Riley's playing the same players, right? We're not looking at a different group of players, not like the subs are in or anything like that. You've played a lot better. The freshmen have given you some energy. You've just had a better, now that comes with some ego hits, right? You got to be, if you're some of these players that have sat the bench, you got to be, hey, I've got to step up, right? If they're going to get this playing time, I got to make sure I'm doing some of the same things.
And you know what? That's never a bad thing. Going through some adversity and having some challenges, that helps you step up, then nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah, and if you look at their schedule, they're off for a whole 9 days. They don't have another game till they're at LaPorte. You updated this?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. Next game is at LaPorte. LaPorte hasn't had a great few years. They've struggled a little bit, so that's a game you hope you can go into and try to compete. Chesterton's always tough. Jimtown's one of those wins you got last year. Elkhart's a challenge, right? So, but then you've got a couple games, hopefully, against some of these smaller schools before you get into the difficult season of NLC play, which in any sport is difficult. NLC, very good.
At everything.
Warsaw got 2 first-place votes going into the season as a first place in the state.
Wow. Big block there from Young. It's going to go out of bounds, but still a big statement there. Shot no good from Summers, and the rebound, it's up and no good, but a foul.
Yeah,
called.
and just really poor defensive positioning there. That ball goes up, and 2 Riley players have a box out, and that's not what you can do if you're a Caveman defense. You got to get on the other side of that and try to get those rebounds.
So now Gilbert will shoot 2 free throws here with 1:20 left on the clock. That one is good.
Yeah, I mean, that was a high-arcing shot.
Very
on that
high
free throw,
arcing.
but it went in.
15-point lead now for the Wildcats. And that one, they'll say lane violation, and it'll go the other way. So now Morel Farin will inbound this one, and the Cavemen have some time to play for dignity for a little while. Mia Green Love will check in as we'll have a sub on the Wildcat side. Got a over and back there.
I don't think that was. It got tipped by Riley, and the ball never crossed back over half court.
Summers will inbound for the Wildcats. Foul call there, and she'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, those are easy calls. Holly Shine just got beat by Summers and just grabbed the arm. Didn't get it to go, but you make her earn it at the free throw line.
Nasia Summers in her first game back in the cave. Not playing poorly.
And first game away, honestly. Right, it's her first game that she hasn't been on the Mishawaka team as she gets that free throw to go.
So 5 points in this one so far for Summers. Let's see if she can make it 6, and she will. We now make our way towards the minute mark left in this one. That one is lost again in traffic. And they wrestle towards the out-of-bounds line, and it will fall out of bounds. But they'll call a foul beforehand on Maral Farhan.
And that's one thing. She's come in and brought some good energy. She's fouling way too much. That's already her 5th foul, and she hasn't played that many minutes. So she's got to find some finesse around the basketball.
Got some subs. Gracie Betzer will check in for Maral. And Hines will check in for Samaya. On the Riley side, as Ivory is no good on that first foul shot. She'll miss the second as well. Less than a minute to play here. Manlenti's got it.
A really good rebound by Betzer. We talked about how poor they've been at it, but a really good job, and then they break the press.
And bang, Balloon goes ahead and lays it up to add more to the Caveman total in her first points as a Mishawaka Caveman.
As the season goes on, Daniel, I wouldn't be surprised to see some of these JV players get some chances too. We saw them play really well in the JV game. They've got some players on that team that can handle the ball, do some other things. So the team's in better shape because they have some other players, some other bodies that can make some plays.
Got a traveling violation there. And yeah, Wrigley Davis, she had 6 points in her JV debut in a Mishawaka uniform. She's got a really good handle, and that's something the Cavemen need pretty desperately right now. Somebody with a good handle to bring it up the court. And they'll call that a push on number 2 there.
Well, and the Riley coaches just put their heads down and saying, hey, there's 36 seconds left. Don't put your hands on people. You got a 15-point lead. We cannot foul and give them a chance to get points with the clock stop.
My apologies, the number 32, the hair was covering up the 3. But Millie Manlenti will shoot 2 free throws. She'll nail the first one. That brings her point total to 12 today. And you look at this and you see the Cavemen scoring 32. That's not something you saw a lot last season. Already showing of improvement. She nails this.
Yeah, I mean, if you think of that first game last year, they played the Riley Wildcats. It was 58-19.
Maybe a missed call there, but she gets a shot off anyway, and it's no good. Holly Shine has a chance. That layup's no good. And Young tries to go up with it. Nothing there at the bottom of the backboard. 10 seconds left. Ivory's got it now. They could just dribble this out, but instead she'll take a shot, and no good on that one. That's not what you want. I mean, you want to take a shot in garbage time, fine, but when it's an air ball, it doesn't feel great. And Valenti will just dribble this one out, and time will expire. The buzzer will sound, and the Riley Wildcats escape the cave with a victory.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Overholzer liked that last shot that Tenasia Summers took for Riley, but
Yeah, I don't know that Tenasia really liked the shot either once it didn't go in.
right.
There you go. Look at that. You see Cayman cheerleaders and Riley Wildcats cheerleaders doing their thing. We've got some cheerleaders that will also be cheering on Friday, so they're doing basketball and football cheer at the same time. I'm seeing Abby Shalio and Maddie Erickson down there, so Haley Kuzmix. We got a number of cheerleaders doing the same thing. As far as basketball, you see the girls basketball team, again, we're seeing improvement. They scored 33 in their debut, first game of the season.
And lots of things to still work on. Good thing is they've got 9 days before their next game, so they have some things that they can practice. They've got to get better at a number of things. Turnovers, killing them again this year. They've got to rebound better. I mean, the defensive rebounding, and some of that just comes with will. And some of it is, hey, the ball doesn't bounce our way. But a lot of that is, hey, I'm going to go after this ball and I'm going to get it. Maybe I'll get called for a foul every once in a while, but if I'm going hard after that ball, I'm going to get it more often than I'm not.
That's right. So that's what we're seeing. Like you said, that at some point in the first half, we're seeing the Cayman play with a new sense of urgency, which is not something you saw a lot of last season. You saw a lot of turnovers, which we did see last night, 16 in the first half, not what you want. But I would go ahead and say that there were probably close to double that last year in some games. So
I mean, they were averaging over 30 a game last year.
And that's not what you want at all.
And they might have ended up there tonight. Here's the thing. That second half, they outscored Riley. You end up losing by 13. You were down 18 at the half. So you know you can play with a team like Riley, who's also in your sectional again this year. Last year they played them twice. Much better the second time around. The hope is they can get there. Not at full strength. Grace Matherly out tonight. She'll be back soon. So you've got some chances here. But they're about to go on a little bit of a road stretch here where they've got some different games going on. They're at LaPorte, then they've got Chesterton, then at Jimtown. So they've got some chances to try to play a little better. They've got some practice time.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So let's see that the Cavemen come back and improve next time we see them here in the Cave, which will be soon. Looking forward to that one. Coach O doing a good job in his second season here as the head coach here, as he was an assistant. I think he feels pretty positive about this game. Of course, you always want to get a win, but after winning 2 games last season, you're just looking for progression and improvement, which I think is what we saw here tonight. Final score, 46-33. Mr. Reno, any closing comments?
Yeah, I think you played better in the second half. You saw some of these freshmen come in and make some big impacts, and now you got to figure out, okay, are my seniors, my leaders going to step up, or am I going to have to play these freshmen some more, and maybe we have to make some changes. So we'll see what happens here as the Cavemen have a long season ahead of them, lots of games still left, and lots of opportunities to both get wins and to play better every single game.
So once again, with that, we'll close things off. 46-33 as the Riley Wildcats escape the Cave here in Mishawaka with a W in their first game of the season. We'll see you back here, hopefully on Friday, not on YouTube, but on IHSA TV. Make sure to tune in as the Cavemen face off against the Huskies for a sectional title. We'll see you then on Friday night. With that, we'll give you all a good night. Thanks for watching, folks, here on the Mishawaka.